Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. The one to the elders and our apostles of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect, that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach the word and sincerity. And the brother Iron Lumia from the GMS Chicago branch here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. A little willing and be edifying. I'm do a lesson about this, this video, which is 22 seconds. As it get hot outside, these 2/3, it's gonna run rampant. You know, here in part of the GMS Chicago branch, these niggas up here, they're a different breed. That's why, the Lord is finna get rid of these 2/3. Because what? They make the whole nation look bad. So I'm gonna just basically title this lesson, the Lord is finna do away with the 2/3. So I'm gonna play this 22-second clip.
Begin with warm weather and a wild night. We're just getting video into our newsroom of some large crowds in Millennium Park. Cameras caught some of the people jumping on a cab, even kicking the trunk. There was also a large police presence around the bean to make sure there were no major problems. We're also hearing reports of multiple arrests, but no word about specific.
Right, it always gotta be a nigga, man. And this is what this society promotes, nigga. That's the best way of putting it. But Esau, in this society, Esau, breeds, or I'm gonna just say the nigga woman breeds nothing but niggas. And this is who you see running around the street, here in America. Just niggas. So I'm gonna play it just, run it through just one more time.
Begin with warm weather and a wild night. We're just getting video into our newsroom of some large crowds in Millennium Park. Cameras caught some of the people jumping on a cab, even kicking the trunk. There was also a large police presence around the bean to make sure there were no major problems.
Right, there was no need for any of that. It's a 2/3 is a 2/3. You can spot a 2/3 from a mile away. These niggas don't got no type of conscience. These niggas don't got no type of order or anything. These niggas are fucking monkeys, and that's just the best way of fucking putting it. When the so-called white man call you niggas fucking monkeys, it's true because you niggas act like fucking monkeys. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 5 and 8. It says, "There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places." It says, "And monstrous women shall bring forth monsters." Right, and you see those monsters walking around right now. That video, that 22-second video I just played, was a perfect example of that. All you see is these lit ass, these monstrous women, starting with the so-called nigga woman, breed these niggas, and these are the niggas you see running around today. Pookie, Ray Ray, Junebug, Juice Box, whatever the fuck, however you want to say it. You know how these niggas come out with these whack ass names, but yeah, this who is running around in society today. And that's why the Lord is finna do away with 2/3. Because what? Our captivity is rough, but having, being around a 2/3 nigga, just makes it even harder. We already have Esau, above us in this society, and he's oppressing us. And like I say, a 2/3 even makes it worse. This is the book of Jeremiah 5 and 28. It says, "They are waxing fat, they shine, yea. They overpass the deeds of the wicked. They shall judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge." Right? These niggas are at times even worse than Esau. How are you worse than the wicked? Like I said, a lot of these niggas act like wild animals. Not even talking about your average niggas that's running around, in these different hoods. I'm talking about these celebrities too that promotes different things like adultery and killing your own people. They are part of that category also. They are part of that brute beast category also. Promoting bullshit like that to your people. And this is what's the cause of everything. You got these niggas want to buckshot wild out here. I'm actually say that one for last. This is the book of Zechariah 14 and 9. It says, "And the Lord shall Salakia. think it's 13 and 9. I'm just go to it. Salaki about that, brothers. Yep, this is the book of Zechariah 13 and 8. And it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Right, 2/3, here in America, because a lot of these niggas, like I said, act like brute beasts. A lot of these niggas is, the Lord is finna kill these niggas by the way of the 4 sword judgments, famine, pestilence, and different things like that. The Lord is finna vacuum you niggas in a literal fashion. I mean, what? The Lord is finna, wipe you niggas out. Because at the end of the day, 2/3 is trash. All they promote is trash, and all, they're just a waste of space. We don't care about the 2/3 because what, they make the nation as a whole look bad. That's why you got the so-called white man in other nations laughing at us right now because you niggas act like fucking monkeys. We're supposed to be a righteous seed until Yahweh Shem Shai. But a lot of you niggas act worse than the heathens. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 19. It says, for horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation. And right, and we're living in the worst of the unrighteous generation, which is right now. These niggas are foul. It's like I said, it's being around your enemies, our enemies oppressing us in this society, starting with the so-called white man. But being around a nigga makes it so much worse. Like, we already don't have it bad enough. Being around a nigga makes it worse. This is the book of Isaiah 1 and 5. It says, why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. Verse 6, it says, for the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefied sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour it, and your presence in it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Right, and why is the Lord doing that? The Lord ultimately brought our enemies, upon us because of our wickedness, because of our, because of our wrongdoings towards the Lord, and what's, going back to verse 5, it says, why should you be stricken anymore? Our people are foul, because what did the Lord say? If we only just acknowledge our ways, but 2/3 ain't gonna do that, because like I said, a lot of these niggas are wild animals, I just wanted to bring that one out real quick. This is the book of 2 Peter 2 and 12. It says, but these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Right, natural brute beasts. A lot of these niggas, like I said, act like wild fucking animals. What was the point of fucking jumping on a taxi? Just causing an uproar. Just for what? These heathens to fucking laugh at you. We're supposed to be a righteous seed until Yahweh Shem Shai. But looking at these wild ass niggas, you would think otherwise. Because like I said, they act worse than a so-called white man. But at the end of the day, America, which is Babylon the Great, produces niggas. Every time somebody is born, 9 times out of 10, that person is going to be a nigga, in society. I'm going to close it out with this Ezekiel 14. This is the book of Ezekiel 14 and 21. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, how much more when I send my 4 sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off from it man and beast. All right, that's ultimately what's going to happen. The Lord is ramping up judgment. That's the scripture saying. The judgment is going to come down as a waterfall, loosely paraphrasing. And who is going to be used for? You 2/3. Going back to Jeremiah 30 and 7, Jacob's trouble, it's for you 2/3. Because what? The elect is going to be covered. Though y'all go catch hell as a nation, the elect is going to be covered, and you 2/3, are going to perish from the said perils that's to come. And we're not going to shed a tear. We're not going to cry for you niggas or anything like that. We're going to be rejoicing when you niggas die. Simply as that. When your family get struck with famine, we're gonna laugh. You know, as the Lord says, He's gonna laugh at your calamity when your fear cometh. So when these wild ass niggas get killed by police or Esau or these other nations, we don't bat a eye, because looking at that video I just showed, wild ass animals, and it's exactly what they are, brute beasts. So with that being said, I hope it was edifying. I want to end off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakwadash. That one to the elders and our apostles of Great Millstone taught us the truth. Salutations to the hopefully like that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers to teach us word and sincerity. Lord, I hope this is edifying. The Lord want to come back with another lesson soon. And until next time, bye bye.